Hey guys, this week I wanted to talk about friendship, who's there, who isn't, um, and the things that go with it, I guess. So when it comes to friendship, it's basically who do you get along with, who are you so much alike that you guys have like so much in common, you just talk to them all the time. Um, Like, if you need somebody to talk to and it's like midnight, you know that they're probably sleeping, but you shoot them a text and you're like, hey, I could really use somebody to talk to. Um, a friend will probably reply, hey, can we just talk in the morning? I'm really tired, or not reply at all, whereas the best friend would be like, yeah, call me. I'm here. Um, it could be at like midnight, it could be at like 3 o'clock in the morning, they're there for you all the time, no matter what you need. A lot of us have, you know, had have had friends since we were really little. You kind of get used to having them around, and some friends move away, but they still talk to you every now and then. Some friends, like, will recently go to college and then stop talking to you, and then they'll start talking to you again. Um, it's a lot of back and forth with friendships, and like what to watch out for is kind of like it depends on who you are and like how good do you like your friends being there for you. Like, if you're there for them all the time, are they there for you all the time? If they're not there for you all the time, I think that maybe you need to take a break and maybe take a step back and see, are you really helping me at all? Because you're not there for me as much as I'm there for you. A lot of us get that feeling as their friends. We're just there. We're there for them to talk to. But when we want to talk to somebody, there's nobody there for us. And then what? Then it's just this crappy feeling because you're like, okay, I've helped you through this, this, and this, and this. And when I needed just one thing, I just need just one person to talk to. You weren't there, and it hurts and it gets frustrating and it's the worst feeling in the world, and we've all been there, right? And then, like in my last video, I had my best friend Karina in it with me, and you all kind of heard how, she stopped talking to me for 2 months when she went to college. She completely cut communication. A lot of people, when their friends do that, they could care less. They'll just get over it and be like, fine, whatever, I'll cut you out of my life too. I didn't do that. I bawled. Like, every, 3-4 nights, I was just like, what did I do wrong? Why isn't she talking to me? We've been friends since 4th grade, my senior year, her freshman year of college, but we're still the same age. Why is she suddenly not talking to me? And things like that were, you could really use somebody to reach out to, because you're just like, I'm so confused on why they're doing this. Trying to talk to them helps. If your friends do that to you, if it's for college, like she was trying to get a fresh start, trying to see how things were in the college world, where some friends are just like, yeah, you're too immature for me, you're too childish, I can't take this. If it's that kind of situation and they tell you, then just be done with it, get over it. But like in my situation where she didn't tell me at all, then it's kind of like a lot of people would give up hope. But if you know that there's a way that you can still talk to them and be like, hey, still send them a message every day. That's what I did to her. And she started talking to me again. She's like, okay, you keep bugging me with all these messages. I keep thinking about talking to you. And then they'll just do it. They'll just talk to you. Whether or not you forgive them is your decision. I know a lot of people wouldn't, but it all depends on how strong the friendship is. And that's the difference between best friends and just friends. Is best friends will forgive you for almost anything, except for maybe sleeping with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Never had that happen, but that's a good example of reasons why I wouldn't forgive my best friend. Versus regular friends, where if somebody just stopped talking to you, you're like, whatever, I don't need you in my life, get out of here. But then you've also got, like, between best friends and friends, like, oh my gosh, she's my best friend, she's my best friend, she's my best friend, she's my best friend, she's my best friend. But I don't talk to any of those other people. Oh, but that one's my best friend. If you've got like 50 million best friends, there's something wrong with you. I have 5. No, 4. I have 4 best friends. And I keep it to a minimum because, it's hard to trust people anymore. Trust is like money. It's hard to get at any time you want it. And so it's a lot to take in when, you can't trust people. So you kind of narrow down your friends list. And I guess it's kind of a good thing when you're starting to, grow up a little bit more and you're starting to move on. It's just narrowing it down. Who can I trust? Who, am I actually going to see, in the long run? And studies have shown that if you're friends with somebody for more than 7 to 9 years, that friendship's going to last a lifetime. And my 4 best friends, we have been friends for over 7 years, each one of them. Some of them 11 years. Only one of them 11 years. But so it really goes back. And a friend will help you move, but a best friend would help you move a body. I'm not saying necessarily your best friend and you move bodies, but it's an example of how much a best friend will do for you. Or, like, a lot of the expression is usually used with the term a brother or a sister. Because, once you're best friends for so long and they're around for so long, they become like family. So, if you're guys and they're like bros to you, and for us girls, they're like sisters to us. Because, it's somebody that we have this special connection with. And it's great because it doesn't matter if you see them every day or not, or if they live around the world or in a completely different state. Like one of my best friends, I haven't really seen her. I see her maybe once a summer, if I'm lucky. And, it makes it hard for a friendship to not be able to see each other a lot. But, friendship isn't always about seeing them all the time. It's the communication and the time when you are with them that really matters the most. And that's what a lot of people take for granted, is their time with others. I know a lot of people don't really care if their friends, if they see them or talk to them a lot. They're there for you no matter what. And that's where a lot of people are just like, oh, you don't talk to me every day, then you're not my best friend. You're not a true friend. Which is wrong, because, you could never talk to them, but out of the blue, they'll just be like, I really need somebody to talk to, and there's that part in you that just wants to talk to them and wants to be there for them. But then there's also that part when, they tell you that they may be moving around the world, and your heart kind of stops, and it shatters into a million pieces. And I know that feeling because I just got that text. Hey, I may be moving around the world, and it kind of shatters everything, and you kind of lose hope for a minute, but then you're just like, well, wait a second, maybe they won't go, maybe they'll choose to stay. But it's hard to know. You just got to be there for them. You got to be there for them no matter what they're going through, no matter what the decision is, no matter how far away they're going to move. And, just like the example of being there at all times in the night. 2 o'clock in the morning this morning, I got a text message from one of my friends. Her parents were fighting. And the fighting's been going on for a long time, and she just needed somebody to talk to. And, it's a good example of being there for them and letting them know that, hey, I wouldn't trade you for anything. Your flaws, your mistakes, the things that you've done, I wouldn't trade that for the world. And it makes you feel special. And it lifts their spirits and gives them hope, which is what we really want, right? We really want people to have hope and to know that somebody's there for them, and even the slightest way to make them feel special. And actually, you've got those people that you talk to or that you grew up with that you don't really talk to, but they're just kind of there. You used to talk when you were younger, but then they say one thing and it makes you feel special because they notice you. I actually had that feeling last night. It was after a wrestling meet, and I say a lot. Sorry. There I am again. We were talking about college and graduating high school. Both of our senior years, we've known each other since pre-K and soccer season and stuff. And he stops and he looks at me and he goes, "You transferred, didn't you? Where'd you transfer to?" Because I haven't gone to a public school in over 2 years. And, somebody that I never talked to, it was kind of nice that they noticed that. It's like, hey, even the people that I used to talk to didn't even notice that I was gone the first year, and you noticed? Hey, that makes me feel kind of special. And when you can make someone feel at least a little bit special in some way, you're making a difference and you're helping them out, and that's a great feeling for them. Like, it doesn't matter what they're going through, just let them know that, hey, I noticed this about you, and it doesn't matter if it's a flaw or if it's something, cool that they did. Just let them know that you've noticed them and they're not invisible, and it will really help. It makes people feel really good about themselves. That was kind of all that I wanted to talk about for friendship, being there and helping somebody feel noticed, feel special and important, show them that they have a meaning, that best friends and friends, there's a distinctive difference between the two, like who's really going to have your back in the end. So that was basically, like I said, all that I wanted to cover. But there was one more thing that I wanted to kind of throw in here at last minute. I have been getting a lot of messages, and I appreciate the feedback on my videos. I asked for that. But in my first video, when I was talking about Brody, a lot of you said I was targeting him, and I know nothing of what he's gone through in his entire life, and I need to just stop, and my videos are dark. And please stop attacking me and saying that I'm targeting Brody. I didn't target him. Him and I have actually talked before you even messaged me, and things are fine, and he understands where I was coming from, just like I understood where he was coming from. And so, saying that I'm attacking him, it seemed like it, but I really wasn't. And also, most of you that messaged me, you transferred into the school at like 7th, 8th grade, and I kind of grew up with him. I don't know everything going on now, but I know stuff from the past, and, just, you're accusing me of attacking somebody when I wasn't. And that's not a cool thing to do. And my first video was dark. Well, that's the point. Nothing is rainbows and butterflies. And sometimes that darkness is, when you talk about that darkness, that's what really helps people out, is, bringing the dark to light, to the spotlight, and talking about it. And you telling me that my video is dark, well, that's fine. Honey, you ain't gotta watch it. I don't care if you watch it or not. But please don't sit there and attack me and tell me that what I'm talking about is dark and not cool, because that's really not okay. You may go through different things than what other people go through, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people who are going through those dark things, and you're targeting me for my videos being too dark and depressing, but there's people out there that can relate to it, and I'm glad that you're not one of them, because that would mean that you're going through something terrible. So that was all. remember, keep pushing, keep living, keep trying. You'll get there. Have a good day, everyone.